Golden MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today I'm going to showcase some Shen and Jarvan the Fourth, a deck that is actually low-key very strong. I got the idea from, I don't remember who it was, but I saw a Twitter post about somebody in the Asian region making it to Masters with Shen and Jarvan, and I thought to myself, I haven't played Jarvan in a long time. I love Jarvan the Fourth. He's one of my favorite champions from the latest expansion, and pairing him with Shen is something that I've always wanted to try out myself. So I took this idea and I built my own version of this archetype, and I'm very excited to share with you guys because this deck is fire, man. It's really, really strong. I actually, like, I went on an insane win streak. Like, today's session was pretty much my entire session. Like, all the games that you're getting today are all the games that I had, and you guys will see how well we did. This deck is just really, really nice. It flows very well, and it has a lot of very neat tools against the meta. I did not queue against Irelia Azir, because this morning it was basically Aggro the movie. You guys are gonna see in the games, but I have a very nice tech against Aggro that just works wonders, that I've showcased on the channel several times up until this point, and that is, but of course, Spirit's Refuge, which we are playing as a trio. But first of all, what is Shen Jarvan? In case you don't know what this archetype is, it's kind of like the evolution of Shen Fiora. Once Fiora got nerfed, people started trying out Shen with Jarvan because Shen synergizes really well with Jarvan, because Jarvan does enter with a barrier himself. So when Jarvan is entering the board, as you attack, and he gives himself barrier, he progresses Shen's level up by one stage, which is basically 25%. And something that's really important is that Shen with challengers allows us to more easily set up Jarvan's level up as well. They feed off each other, so they work really well together. And this deck is honestly a great example of a strong mid-range deck that can put in the work in the meta and can capitalize on all the aggro burn decks running around because of Spirit's Refuge. Spirit's Refuge running as a full set here allows us to basically take a beating, go down really low, and then get all of our health back, especially with units like the Green Glade Caretaker. We're playing her as a 2-of and Fleet Feather Tracker as a 2-of as well. The reason why I'm not going 3-3 is because these 1-drops are fantastic, but I don't want to overdraw them, right? This deck, as a Demacia mid-range deck, can run out of gas in certain scenarios, even though we have ways to prevent that from happening. But if we if we run too many 1-drops, then it can be a bit of a liability. We can draw too many trackers in the late game and then all of a sudden have no value output to keep, applying pressure to the opponent with. So I found, through thinking for a while, I realized that a 2 of each is really the magic number for it right now. It works really well because Tracker is as important as Caretaker, because we do need these challengers, especially when we're playing a full set of Bryce Steel Protector. Obviously, Fleet Feather Tracker into Bryce Steel Protector is a great turn 1, turn 2. And yeah, really happy with this distribution right here. We're not running any other 2-drops though. That's one of the key things here. We're focusing more on building up our spell mana for cards like Notify, Sharp Sight, Single Combat, as we go into turn 3, where then we have a 3-drop to play. And that is either Lauren Protege, aka Blonde Grappler with Swords, or the River Shaper. River Shaper is one of the ways that we don't run out of gas with this deck. By giving River Shaper barrier, we're able to draw a spell every time we strike with him. And this can just lead to insane value. And I also have another version of a challenger River Shaper, which is Lauren Chevalier. I'm a big advocate of Lauren Chevalier as a 1-off or 2-of in Shen-based decks with Demacia, because of the fact that he can also allow us to not run out of steam. And with these value engines right here, we can afford a very clean mid-range curve that can just deal with pretty much anything unit-based. It can apply pressure to control-based decks as well, given you sequence and manage your resources properly. Naturally, we have, of course, Shen here to give barrier to either our challengers or our engines, or striking engines I like to call them. And then we have a couple of copies of Golden Aegis. My favorite champion in a spell here, Rally. For 4 mana, we pay 1 extra mana to give barrier to an ally the round, and that extra mana that we're paying for the barrier is definitely worth it, especially in a Shen deck. This card can be amazing against control decks, but it can also be really strong against aggro as well when we combine it with a Spirit's Refuge and a Lifesteal proc, as we're able to strike twice. You know, that alongside our strike spells and single combat and Concerted Strike allow us for very, very solid disruption. As of course, we have a full set of Screeching Dragon on turn 5, because this is the premier 5-mana Challenger Demacia. Challenger plus Fury with that stat line, which is really neat, is a pretty sick combination. And to top it all off, we have a one-off of Bright Steel formation. For games that drag out a little bit more than we would want them to, we drop this bad boy and we're just like, enough! I'll end this, you know, kind of like the Demacia version of Captain Farron in a way. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the deck list right there. Very happy with my take on it. I feel like I don't want to change anything. I'm super happy with every single card distribution in this deck, and very, very happy with the results. This is definitely a deck that you guys can take on to ranked and try climbing with, because I think you're going to do very well. So hopefully the gameplay will help you out regarding what to mulligan and how to sequence and adapting to the different matchups, because we do face, you know, very fast-paced decks, but we face control as well. So I think today's video is very complete in that regard, and that's basically where I'm going to end it at. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. We'll be back at it tomorrow with a new deck, because that's what I do. I post a new deck every single day. I don't have a life. so subscribe, because it's free. Free's good. And yeah, self-promotion over. Have a good one. Enjoy the matches. I'll see you tomorrow. Man, I'm excited to play some Jarvan again. It's been a while. I love this champion. Okay, this is pretty decent, I think. Notify can counter something like a Noxian Fervor, so we do want to keep it. I think... I mean, it is a bit of a slow start with the River Shaper, but I'm gonna keep this in. Alright, that's good. We lead off with the Tracker instead of the Green Glade Caretaker,
I have my orders.
as the Tracker does represent more damage.
Timing is everything.
And if we can trade into that, we prevent 1 damage. Yeah, that was perhaps a mistake. Attacking was perhaps a mistake. Because we're taking some damage here, but it's alright.
We swing within the flows of magic.
We have the ability to Concerted Strike next turn. A great day for Ricky.
I walk the space between worlds.
Who's gonna get in my way? Strike, we will reform.
Understood.
You could have some buffs here. I think he may have an auction for a war.
A gift from the river folk.
Spirit Refuge, nice. Get him up! So they have an Auction Fervor, which means this Notify is gonna be really useful.
Enforced equilibrium.
Nature blesses her followers.
Balance favors you.
And now this Notify to counter the Auction Fervor that he will be playing now. Yeah. Nope. Notify. Beautiful. Getting some health back. Going back to 16.
Chase what you want without mercy.
We have the ability to block into that now, even though we're taking quite a bit of damage.
Just need a second.
Alright, so now what we're gonna do.
You're covered.
Duty, selflessness, heavy burdens.
Pride fill us forever.
Our wills alive.
Nature blesses her followers.
Let's get it. Showdown, baby!
You fought with honor.
Ah, fuck him. Alright, Draven Jinx now. I'm gonna do a full mulligan. I'm gonna keep one single combat. And I'm gonna drop everything else in hopes for a bit of a better curve. I did want to keep one single combat because it does allow me to Maybe I shouldn't have kept it, honestly. They go from full mulligan themselves, though, so let's see if they get the nuts. Man. Tough draws, a lot of spells. No turn 1 play for them either. Oh, God, no. No, give me something. Give me something, por favore. Come on, I need a 3-drop. Lauren Protege. Or the River Shaper. Something! Fuck, dude. Fuck.
I have the best job.
That is tough, man. I guess I should have I guess I should have done a full mulligan, but this is like really, really, really unlucky. Especially against an aggro deck. Oh my god, dude. We drew so bad. Alright. Don't tell me you have a vision. If he has a vision, like this game's done. Yeah, okay.
Now we're cooking.
I mean, what are you gonna do? It's all burned today. It's all burned this morning. Okay, we're gonna keep the Spirit's Refuge. We're gonna drop 1 sharp sight. I'm gonna drop 2 sharp sights, man. No, I'm gonna keep 1. Yes, 2. I'm gonna drop both. I need units.
Reporting in.
Alright, there's Timo.
My first big mission.
My shield is yours.
We have to play Brush Steel to threaten a block into that.
I'll scout ahead. Shield up.
That's a great trait.
This works.
This.
Fired.
The Spirit's Refuge is going to be really important, but now Lauren Protege is going to get rid of Timo.
Break their spirits.
And the swords.
I demands hard and fair.
Should have dropped this first to deter me from attacking.
If they don't break, they'll burn.
We don't mind that.
The few for the many.
The fate of mortals and spirits falls to me.
Got something for 'em.
Clear it out.
Understood.
I'll stop you.
Ah, really? Really? Holy shit.
These woods protect their own.
Keeper, our lands need us. I sense an imbalance.
Nature blesses her followers.
Nope.
Done yet.
Decimate, right? Alright.
Nature blesses her followers.
Let's make him quit, shall we?
My father's blade. So I go. They are under my protection.
Nature blesses her followers.
Nature blesses her followers. Look at that health. Look at that health going back, baby.
I can do this.
Look at that health going back, baby.
Just gonna put this here.
What, are you serious?
My life for these lands.
What, Daddy?
Nature blesses her followers.
Aggro is hard to play, guys.
Everything as it should be.
It's tough. It's tough to play. Bro, this is crazy. Everybody's just like trying to turbo through rank right now. Like, people are just like playing Spork. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna keep Spirit's Refuge, Lord Purge. I'm gonna drop River Shaper because I already have a 3-drop play. I like the single. Do I like the single combat? I'm gonna drop the single combat as well. I want to find like units.
No one's the wiser.
Don't find units. We have 4 1-drops, but sometimes we're not gonna find them. I mean, double Spirit's Refuge is nice though. Come on, open attack. Open attack back. Just don't think about it.
Fuse is lit.
Oh, grab your time.
This'll shake 'em.
Break their spirits and their swords. You call these hard and fair.
We're gonna target the Saboteur.
Damn it.
Men die, but Sharima lives forever. Sharima, see what I see, carry it with you.
Emperor, I am honored.
We're gonna play Shen. Took a lot of damage that turn too because we didn't find a 1-drop.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
Well, that's a huge hit.
Victory at any cost. This is my opponent.
Glorious sacrifice.
All right. Well, if they have a decimate, we're dead.
These woods protect their own.
Keeper, our lands need us.
Who does not know the name Laurent?
It must be done.
Aha!
Nature blesses her followers. Quit struggling.
Balance favors you.
Let's open another action fervor here.
Where's my axe?
Your Emperor command. I have risen and weakened Sharima.
Witness true strength. I'll handle this myself.
These woods protect their own.
Keeper, our lands need us.
Didn't even bother. All right, let me think here. If I can do that there, I mean, there's still too much damage there, so we have to find a way to survive here. So we need to.
Stay back.
There is no dispute.
I'll close my eyes, make it fair.
Okay, so. Down to 5. Down to 2.
Nature blesses her followers. Like grove.
Glorious sacrifice.
Okay, we gotta do it like this.
My father's blade. Enforced equilibrium.
Odds and fair.
They are under my protection.
Nature blesses her followers.
Sedition.
We lose Shen.
Does it have to be?
mercy. Nature blesses her followers. Remember the objectives.
We're back at full. I couldn't risk an auction for over lethal.
Make the Empire proud.
I couldn't risk it. Ah, we knock him out anyways. There we go. There we go. Had to play it safe. Beautiful. Spirit's Refuge, man. MVP. Lysandra Trundle. I wish I had Deny in a deck for matchups like this, but because this deck is not that popular right now, we're playing the variant that we're playing. River Shaper is nice. I like Jarvan, honestly. I'm gonna keep Jarvan in the hand because Jarvan can allow me to get some strong tempo. And I don't want to have too much of an early curve anyways because I don't want to just get blown back by Avalanche. It would be nice if I had Deny though. Like, obviously if the meta wasn't as turbo, I would be playing Deny. There's Shen. Always happy to see Shen. Carrying over the spell mana. Feels nice to play a matchup in which, you know, it's okay to not do nothing in your first couple of turns, you know?
You can see the Demacian border from here.
Rivers shape the land and give it life.
In Avarosa's name.
Pass. It's pretty obvious he has an avalanche. We don't really have a way to stop that, I believe.
The eye of twilight sees all.
So I'm gonna play Shen. The 3/5 stat line makes it so that if he does avalanche, I still get a hit off on him, and then I can continue developing the board, and I won't be vulnerable to another one. Or otherwise.
Find them unworthy.
Look out for Reavers.
Alright.
What form will the waters take?
Light the signal fires.
Alright. That was an interesting way of dealing with that. I mean, we could play another Shen here.
These are troll lands.
I walk the space between worlds.
And that's why I'm happy I kept Jarvan here. And we got a flash freeze out of him, so that means, you know, that is a potential answer for Trundle. Yeah, he can't play into a sharp sight.
So I go.
Ours is but to do and die.
Progressing Shen's level up by 2. Threatening the Trundle. Again, we managed to get a flash freeze. He needs a flash freeze again. So we got 1 out of him with that last single combat. And this River Shaper connecting is really important as well. So is my favorite champion right here, Rally. Okay, so he does have a second one.
Gift from the river folk.
Alright, that's 2 for the level up. Next turn he does have... This is our win condition. But we have to assess like what we're facing. We can't just like we can't develop more into this board. No, we're not playing your game.
These woods protect their own.
Keeper, our lands need us.
I'm gonna play the Green Glade Caretaker here. Because if he does Ruinate immediately, he can play the Ice Pillar. And that means that I can go, yeah, I expect him to do that.
Hail to the king.
Sweep them away. I find them unworthy.
Nature blesses her followers.
You got a problem? Perhaps they realize nothing's tougher than a troll.
The Kinku go where they are needed.
Nature
They are under my protection.
Nature blesses her followers.
We're gonna go for this switch. We don't kill him, but we do threaten the Trundle. What's interesting is that I targeted Shen first with the barrier, and then I targeted Jarvan. But because they swap positions, and then I guess it's not very intuitive how that works. Because they swap positions, the order goes from left to right, which means that Shen is always gonna get the buff. That's very interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What toll will the waters take? Leave your bags at the door.
I mean, we can just play Aegis and force him to, and this way just force him to block with everything, and level up our Jarvan.
Our steel will stand firm.
You're in over your head. Let's talk about your dad. A gift from the riverfront.
To the flag! We fight till we're ragged!
Then we fight again!
Who's gonna close up?
I fucking love the Tavern Keeper. Who's gonna close up?
Ours is but to do.
And now we get the Cataclysm, baby! What you gonna do when Jarvan comes for you? He's in a precarious position because he's down very, very low. And the moment he goes for Ruination, we just rebuild. We can use Cataclysm on the River Shaper. Da-da-bam. Alright, so we know what he's doing. There's no more threat of Ruination though, so we just gotta go wide. So we have 9 mana. We want to be playing this Cataclysm to remove something. That plus that, I think that's the best line of play, really. We need to play around Avalanche here. So we're gonna play you into you.
You're covered. Nature blesses her followers.
Blighted Ravine.
Break their spirits and their swords. Perhaps they realize they've already lost.
He knows we have the Cataclysm, but the moment he passes, we can go in for an attack.
Come on in.
Alright.
For the king!
We're gonna do this to draw another spell. And leave up that Tavern Keeper to die from the Raven as well.
Take. Waters are still.
With me!
I've got your back.
He could have Alessandra in hand, very likely since he played Entreat, but it could also be a Trundle. He's already played 2 Flash Freezes.
Oh no! I never
There it is. Ha!
To the flag! Ours is but to do and die. Nothing escapes my watch.
He's shown all his cards. He's shown all his cards, which means all we gotta do is concerted strike. I mean, if we develop you, then we trade you, and we kill him as well. Yeah, let's do it dragon style. He could have, what could he have for 1 mana? Like, no, there's nothing. Got him. Got him, baby! Beautiful. Beautiful! Woo! That's how you do it.
Fine work, soldiers.
Fine work. That was amazing. All right, fresh Nessus. Let's see. I like the Lauren Protege. I like the Concerted Strike as well. I mean, River Shaper is also really neat, but I already have Lauren Protege here as a solid 3-drop. So I'm going to drop the River Shapers, and I'm going to keep the Concerted Strike. Just so that I can try to have a bit of a better curve. Okay. We find the tracker.
Forgetting is death to an immortal.
And we find the Green Glade Caretaker as well.
These woods protect their own.
We weren't expecting callers.
More about Vile Feast eventually. Like, do I want to trade this tracker into that? Let's think here. I'm gonna pass. We have the Notify now, which is nice.
Pride filled us forever.
That is the wind that rattles the seas.
A duty fulfilled, a life undone. A place to win.
Nature blesses her followers. My life for these lands. Nature blesses her followers.
We're gonna go with that.
The balance requires a watchful.
And now we're playing Shen.
The soul wears away like grains of sand.
That's tough, man. That's tough. We can't really attack. I mean, we can do this and trade into that, but we don't have a good trade anymore. That Bakai Sand Spinner really held us back.
To ruin.
I don't know why they would attack with these two like this, but...
Nature blesses her followers.
Your time and cycle is done.
Double Curse Keeper? Okay, here we go.
It must be done.
No quarter! With me!
Alright, good stuff.
We enter an age of men and gods.
We love it when they run.
The desert by my side. Sand and blood!
That's right. Run.
My father's blade. Understood.
We have the ability to block like this.
And die!
get our health back, and we keep the mana for Notify because they have a black spear. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
It is me. Please, calm yourself.
nope. I could just zone combat. I could just. I want to Notify though. Alright.
Protect the faithful.
Shut down! Shut down!
Fine work, soldiers. Fine
God, this deck is fire, huh? Oh my lord!